Hey buddy! I'm so happy to watch you stalking me today. And welcome to this video. I am Jane. But you can call me Ms. Reality in this video. Virtual reality is gaining popularity since it's been deployed in a variety of industries. And the Metaverse, which employs virtual reality technology, has raised huge attention. My attention, and your attention. The emergence of Metaverse can be promising for business, while many others believe that it still needs a lot of work to do since they could pose cyber threats. Let's hear what my assistant, Rio, has got.
Assistant. Anyway, thank you, Jane. I agree that virtual reality, VR, is one of the most powerful technology, and it is very vital for the Metaverse. In a couple of months, Metaverse has been so viral, and I still can remember when Mark Zuckerberg decided to rebrand his company's name into Meta. Then, the media and also people talk about Metaverse in the day after, made it a hot topic, trending topic in the online discussion. And the question is, are you excited too? The expectations for the Metaverse are becoming hype and expanding since its early adoption stage of VR technology. Important notice, as part of the digital media, Metaverse with VR technology is also inseparable from challenges like users' privacy concern.
We are aware of our personal data, and we have to be able to control the use of our personal information. In the digital media, users may easily give out their information, but sensitive data like their contact information, password, health record, may be obtained without their awareness or consent. Privacy concern also involves the ability to restrict the sharing of information associated with or contributed during such interactions or activities to others who were not there. Nowadays, people are less inclined to give personal information as privacy issues grow. I believe we all agree that we tend to avoid transactions over the web due to privacy and security reasons. And some of you may also feel insecure in the platform's trustworthiness. However, there is also a problem when some people agree to data mining if the miners offer incentives in exchange. Think of that. Collecting information and sharing it with third parties is the problem with the worst ramifications in terms of privacy concern, and it is likely to pose a cyber threat. It is also possible for Metaverse operators to collect our psychological information from our activity and use it for specific purposes.
And in some cases, the use of VR technology also can affect users' mental and physical health. And since the beginning of the Metaverse hype, several extreme cases like pornography, sexual harassment, bullying, racism have occurred on the Metaverse platform.
Damn, can we not talk about porn and sex? I am super sensitive with this.
Negative. As you mentioned earlier about cyber threats, these are what I've got. This is obviously a very serious issue that Metaverse operator and also users must address. Again, the company and users take place in preventing and combating this problem. So, the existence of Metaverse can benefit people. That's the goal.
Virtual reality technology, or VR, is an integrated computing technology that allows users to immerse themselves in a realm beyond reality while interacting with a computed virtual world in it. VR drives its use over physical reality, and this is why VR is vital for the metaverse.
You make a very good point, Jane. VR allows us to feel like we are being cognitively transported into the virtual reality environment. It produces an illusion by engaging several of the senses, like eyesight, hearing, and sensations. It may also offer a sensation of presence within the illusions, means that allowing us to feel like we are seeing in VR is physically real and that we can touch it.
See, you have learned a lot from me.
These are VR headsets and haptic consoles, which transmit messages to the brain via sensory channels, which are our senses. The brain, yes, the brain, your brain. This device allows us to experience in the same way we interact with a real object, including its solidity, mass, inertia, cohesion, friction, and softness. The vibration from the device sends the message to your brain. That's what we call haptic feedback. And this is definitely opening up a new experiences to the more realistic in our immersiveness.
And that is how VR technology affects gaming users' experience and improved overall satisfaction and enjoyment.
Perfect. By using VR gears, the line between virtual and reality will dissolve, breaking down the barriers between fantasy of entertainment and reality. And it also allows us to experience a variety of entertaining applications, including games. Players can have a sense of presence in the mediated reality by interacting with the game content and environment using VR gears. I wonder, do you ever play horror video games using VR? It must be so cheerful, and I believe that it'll be fun.
No, you dumb. I can imagine that.
But it's true that VR moderates the fear of the players and also increases their enjoyment in the video games.
Something out here about to take my eyes, bro. Something out here about to f me up. Hello? The f is talking? Stop talking! Stop! Stop whispering in my ear! No whispers! No! Not the whispers!
VR gears can give us a new experience. We can play games that are more immersive than we play it on computer or using TV screen.
Instead of using VR to play horror video games, as a loyal army, I watched BTS debut their new song, Dynamite, in a metaverse game called Fortnite. I could feel like I was in a live concert. I was so happy, yay.
That's a new one. Jane is an army. Well, that's a very good example because the demands for the metaverse have risen since it was deployed to provide beyond what people expect to see in terms of entertainment. Immersive technology like VR can provide a new opportunity to experience live entertainment, despite the fact that virtual performances lack of presence and authenticity.
Hey Rio, I found something. Virtual reality technology can also be used in e-commerce. You guys must get used to sharing your online purchase experiences through the apps you use. Means that you create an electronic word of mouth related to brands and businesses. Imagine that electronic word of mouth you produce is consumed by others in the metaverse using VR. It will contribute to a more positive effect on others' online buying decisions. Multidimensional interfaces can also be used by businesses to promote their products and increase positive electronic word of mouth. Talking about online buying, Metaverse provides businesses with several undiscovered and unique chances to improve customers' online buying experiences. And using virtual reality technology in marketing allows businesses to better understand their customers' demands, be more effective, reduce costs, and provide a virtual seamless purchasing experience. And now, how can it affect users' mental and physical health?
Good question, Jane. When you play with VR, it feels like playing without knowing the time. Long periods of use can also cause head and neck strain due to the weight of the VR headset. You may experience motion sickness, and the symptoms can be eye fatigue, confusions, and nausea. Virtual integrations of mind and body can cause emotional, cognitive, and behavioral changes, and it can be harmful in some cases where people have been immersed in a virtual world with a more advanced virtual body. When you feel excitement of using VR, as we can see, it can lead to addiction too. And the digital environment affects our psychological states and induces illusions of embodiment that persist after we leave the metaverse. Feels like a living zombie.
I will dress like a beautiful zombie.
Listen, the National Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Children and the Center for Countering Digital Hate has warned us about an inappropriate content exists in the metaverse. They found that every 7 minutes, users, including children, are exposed to inappropriate content and abusive behavior, including being exposed to pornography content, bullying, harassment, and abusive behavior of other users. Children are groomed to use racist, extremist language. Cyber threats and the occurrence of irresponsible behavior in the metaverse, which is commonly found in the real world, exists in the metaverse. That is why this is very important for all users to have the same degree of commitment and ethics to combat this problem. Platform operators or companies must also establish, implement, monitor, and evaluate community guidelines as well as their system, all of which are designed to protect users from cyber threats. Cheerio.
Bravo, thanks to my assistant, Rio. I think, now you guys can also call me Ms. Meta. Ha ha ha. Anyway, buddies, I believe that you guys still have lots of questions related to VR technology and the metaverse. Or you do have other interesting ideas to discuss. Leave a comment down below, and keep in touch by subscribing to this channel. Keep up the good work. Cheerio.